Hey, hey, it's time for Kerbal. Kerbal. Oh, okay. Right then, let's get into some Kerbal Space Program. This camera is crazy today. That's better. Oh, it's crashed. You've bloody crashed, have you? Nope. Phew. It's just got confused. Fit, you flippin' thing. Right. It's absolutely been so long since I last played this. I'm not sure I can even remember how. Hey Connor, how are you, sir? I'm doing good. I just thought I'd try to get back into playing Kerbal, but dang if I can remember the keys on this. And Virtuous Skimmer. Time to find the reptilian race that has been attacking us. Is that part of Kerbal? Sounds groovy, actually. I quite like the idea of a Kerbal sort of mission, you know, that's where you're fighting some enemy for a change. This might be a pretty bad game to choose, though, right now when you can't remember what you're doing with it. I'm pretty sure there's something... Oh, okay, right. It's almost like I just have to build any old rocket just to try to remind myself how this whole blimmin' system works. Engines, yes. Because there's this whole thing on the right hand side here as well about how the order that all the bits fire off on and all of that. A bit of extra complexity. See that? I think, let me run it full screen. There you go. That's a bit better. So what you have to do is you create these groups. See the bottom right corner? You can probably just about see them. And I think you... Does it start at the bottom? Alright, let's just try that one. And then you're going to add... Do you have to add a guy? I can't even remember. It's... Oh, bugger. I should just go back to watching how it's made on telly. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Ah, okay. Launch. They wanted to put it in the game, but the head lizard ate the developer. That's no good, is it? Now, I have been looking at a game that I did kind of want to get, which was a sort of Friday the 13th game. That looks pretty sweet. So we're going to turn on RCS. It says I can't turn on the SAS though. Good. Thought we ought to be flying now, but it's not worked. Ah, okay, I built this rocket crazily. Now I get what I did wrong. I built a sort of regular engine on top of a solid fuel engine, so that's why that didn't take off. There was no fuel. Ah, and instead of having it eject the solid fuel booster, it basically burnt through it. Come on. We're doing good though. We might get out of space here. Hey Josh! First! How do we eject the... So Connor, I think these sound cards are absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. If you've got a project with one in mind, definitely get one. I think they work really well. And tell me, by the way, can you confirm, are the audio levels okay? I don't want to be having to, for you to, you know, strain to hear me. Now there is a way in this game to actually do a time acceleration. Ah, here, time warp. Woohoo! And we made it. And we go back down. Alright, this doesn't bode well though because we didn't fit any parachutes. So Bob Kerman down here in the corner is going to have a bad landing. Sorry, Bob. Bad things are about to happen. Right. So Connor, yeah, your I think use one. They'll be definitely better than any PWM. Okay, I feel that was like a warm up. Back to the Space Center. I just heard that Windows noise, which sort of implies that something's crashed. This is the problem with like PC gaming now. You just sort of want to just play a game. Okay, look, it did crash. Kerbal crashed. Close the program. So I've been looking at my list of games here, and Kerbal was what I wanted to play, but look, it seems to be doing some sort of update as well. And I'll give it one last shot, shall I? One last shot. But you say you're going to use your PWM, but why don't you use a DAC? I'm all about the DAC now. I'm a DAC man. I've just placed a massive order on DAC chips to build a lot of the Odroid Go hats, but you'll be able to use the Odroid Go hat on a piece of breadboard with your microcontroller or Raspberry Pi, so there's no reason you can't retask the hardware. So I'd like to see if you can use the Raspberry Pi if there's an I2S, and I do have a brand new Raspberry Pi 3B Plus over there for our Raspberry Pi disk drive projects. Come on. Something weird with Kerbal though. Look, you see I'm hitting start and it's just not starting at all. Very odd. Alright, let's just start a new game. Sandbox. The dawn of space flight. Let's do it from the beginning. In the beginning, there was Kerbal. So there's all sorts of missions here, so you want to do some sciencing and stuff like that. Oh, it's sandbox, you're like literally getting everything up front. It's been a long time getting from there to here. I wanna call my ship Enterprise, but it's not letting me do anything yet. Maybe I can. Ah, there we go. Enter ship's description. It's been a long time. I'll do the trick. engines, please. Ah, there we go. So there's a liquid fuel engine, but you need the fuel tanks. Reload. Oh, that's it. Coupling. So that's what we needed to do last time, but we didn't as well for all the different sections that have to fly off. So Connor, what's your thing you're making? What kind of gauge are you making? I've seen a lot of boosters, but not a lot of fuel tanks here. Payload. Oh, maybe I can just search tank. Ah, there we go. So you've got to be careful with some of these, because when you click them, they've got different scales, by the way, in this game. There's like some are massive. So this one can carry 360, I'm guessing, tons of fuel, which is cool. But before you plop that on there, you see, you need some couplers. So let's find an engine. See, that engine is for a massive one, so that's like those big rockets. But we've only got a wee rocket. It's almost too wee. So we're going to need some couplers. Too big. Too massive. Just right. What's that one? That's the stack separator. You'll need one there. Actually, you don't really need one there because, to be honest, if you're gonna, the booster and the engine can just be all as one, can't they? Because you can just lose that whole piece. It's not going to make any difference, is it? So next thing, you want to do something with the aerodynamics, and I'm going to go for a 2-wing design, I think. These look a bit more traditional, don't they? See, that's too big. Way too big. I think these are pretty small, aren't they? Yeah. Boom. And then you have you need some side couplers. A radial decoupler. And we're still in the mode that's placing 2 of things, so we'll have one each side when we do this. We should see one. Yep, there we go. And then we can go for a solid booster engine. Ooh, it's going to be way too big if we use that one. Although I do like the look of it. I'm not even sure that makes sense. It's so massive. Oh my god, look at these bloody things. Even worse. It's just giving you too much raw power here in sandbox mode, but I think we're just going to have to go for something. Otherwise we'll be here all day. Boom. Let's get rid of that thing. Though I'm not sure how do you get rid of it. Okay, good. I think we need pointy things on the top as well, so we need some nose cones. Oh. Airstream protective shell. I prefer just the traditional looking things. There's something odd going on with that. Oh, cool. Shock cone intake. That is looking sexy now. Yeah, I like it. science. We need science and communication. Oop. There we go. Science pods. God, that's huge science. Small science, please. I think we need a parachute. Hey, Watcher75, how the heck are you? This is starting to look good. I think it's kind of auto sequence. If I look in the bottom right corner, it does seem to have auto sequenced some of the parts here, but I can't guarantee it's going to do what I want when I launch it. But you might as well just save it and go for it, really. In sandbox mode, you can just try it, can't you? Today, by the way, I am drinking coffee. Kayak fan, hello. Hello, kayak fan. Okay, we're looking good. Do it! Our solid fuel boosters are taking us up into the blue yonder. Unfortunately, they're so massive as well. Look, they're really burning for ages. You sold one of your arcade games. It looks like our parachute's getting damaged. Doesn't like it. Oh, how do you make this go away? Right, we're almost there. The solid fuel boosters. Boom! Let's go. We're roaring through the skies like a homesick angel. How do I turn off that bloody parachute thing? Let's leave it. Let's leave it alone. So we've got a lot of liquid fuel here. So we don't really... We want to stop the engine, but we don't want to... You can throttle back somehow as well. See if we can try to learn some keys here. No. Rolling, 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 rolling. Throttle. Can see the throttle. But how do we do the throttling? No. Full or off? So I've worked out throttle full and throttle off, so that's something at least. Hey, Mr. Field DE. There's no real mission really. I'm just playing really. I wanted to get a Kerbal up into space, and I wanted to do some science and then maybe land it. That's basically what I'm trying to achieve right now. I think we're not in space yet though technically, so I think we need to go a bit more. Ah, here we go. I think we're starting. Can't remember when it considers you in space. Kayak fan, I haven't played No Man's Sky. Is it good? I've got Elite Dangerous. I really wanted to get into that, but I just haven't been able to put enough time into it. Although we could try it one day. Come on, Jebediah Kerman. Oh, it's so peaceful. Kayak fan, I might look at it. Isn't it a bit like you just go planet hopping or something? Trying to see if there's any way I can do science. Hey Baza! How are you, Baza? Za, 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 za. Hey Baza, do us a favour. You wouldn't find us what the throttle keys for Kerbal, because I can only do full off and 100%. Which isn't doing it for me at the minute. Oh, we're falling back to Earth now. Right, I think that's enough though. We should be able to start doing science. Oh! What? No! No, 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 no! Oh, damn you. How do I get him back? How do I get back into the ship? No. How do I switch? How do I switch? How do I switch? I need to get back in the ship so I can turn the engines on. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, mate. No, he's got EV propellant. How do you propel? Come on. Get back to the ship. Damn it. Get back to the ship. Ah, ha ha. Thank you very much, Mr. Fields. How do I get down there? Come on. You can do it. I don't know how you change his attitude though. Ah! Alright, steady. I want you to point down, please. Just for me. No, 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 no. The ship. It's going away. I need to go down. This is crazy though, right? We flew the thing really high up, but why is it plummeting so quickly? It's like, look at that. It's just fallen like a bloody stone. I can't even open the parachute. I guess it's because your pilot is kind of here now. He's going in, Jebediah. Jebediah. Left shift is throttle. Ah, okay. Oh well, it might be a bit too late now. I'm not sure if these guys can survive much. Oh, he's got a chute. He's got his own chute. Okay, do EVA report. Yeah. Oh no, come on. We can't do the science. Oh well, at least we get something. That's awesome though. Can you imagine that? That was like that guy who did that thing where he did the highest thing where he dropped out of a plane. Oh look, my chair goes up. Chair goes up. Chair goes down. It's good to be like amazingly great at games, isn't it? Like me. Now, how the thing I kind of the thing I sort of failed on there was that I couldn't like change his attitude, so he was pointing face down, and that's a big old problem on that. Retro Tech Ralph, how are you, sir? We're playing this retro game, which is Kerbal. I mean, it's been out a few years now, right? That counts. We're all about the retro here. Oh, you got loads of EVA propellant. It's like you can never run out of it, really. I mean, I've got that fully locked in. So it's, I'm guessing the parachute altitude there is 1,000 meters. And I don't know if it's going to kick in by itself, but we'll see. I kind of thought though, once you get out of the ship, I thought you can switch between those on EVA and those in the ship, because you could maybe be EVA-ing more than one person, but again, more practice needed for sure. Where's my rocket then? Is that my shadow? Down there. If you look on the main menu, by the way, when you load up Kerbal, it's got something called mods, and I was having a little look on that. It takes you to a website full of add-ons and things. And there's an absolute load. I mean, absolutely loads and loads and loads and loads of really cool looking add-ons. And one of them seems to be like the Starship Enterprise, like the proper one. Okay, I think I've got to deploy the chute now. Deploy, please. Deploy. Oh, you bounced. Ah, okay. Take surface sample. So maybe your Kerbal guys can't actually die. Dong, dong, dong. It's a bit like that movie Gravity, isn't it? Well, sorry, not Gravity. Interstellar is probably more accurate. Right, that sucked, wasn't it? That was terrible. That was a terrible waste of resources. Is that my crashed vehicle over there somewhere? Right. So I don't know if it was a failed experiment. I think it worked well. So what was the problem we had? The problem was I took the guy out, to be honest with you. But the ship itself seemed okay. I mean, it did seem to take longer than I'd want to get up there. And Baz has kindly now told me how to throttle up. I think we should just go a bit bigger so we can just get there in double quick time. So... What if we... Anyway, I was trying to see if I could fit more. Now, there's probably a way of copying all these as well. If you're smart, you read the manual. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And some nose cones. So I'm not going to waste too much time setting this up because... where's our cone? Yeah, it's the one. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'm not going to spend too much time setting this up because it kind of worked, didn't it, last time? Although we'd need to get some winglets. Get your winglets in there, lad. Give it some stability. Boom. Yeah. It's looking sweet. It's absolutely tootly utly. Looking sweet. Right, so what else have we got? We didn't put much science on it last time, or we didn't manage to certainly get any sciencing done. Forget it. We don't care about no stinking science. We just care about launching rockets. Yeah. So look in here. I don't think... What am I looking at here? Hang on. That, and that. Okay. I don't know why they're all kind of separate here. And this one's like a 2, and these ones are a pair. But we want them all to go off at once, and then you want to lose... Those can all go at the same thing. Let's see, it splits it into 3 when you do that. Strange. And then we want the main boost to come on, and then the last thing is... we want another group here with the decoupling, and then the very final stage is the parachute. So yeah, I think that's looking good. Let's do it. Wow, look at that. So this time we're going to keep the engines going that bit longer, make sure we get properly out into space. You can see atmosphere at the top. You see the atmosphere needle? It's almost. Separation complete. There we go. Igniting our liquid fuel engine. Yes! We're certainly, you see we're out of the atmosphere, we're not getting any heat now on the hull. Come on, we want to hit orbit now. Getting there. So I don't know when it actually considers you, where you have to be if you want to be in proper, like, the outer atmosphere thing where you don't fall back onto the planet. It looks like we're slowing down too, which is not good either. So I don't know where you are, but here it's raining. It's been a really rainy day, which is traditional the sort of day of, if not the day before, the bank holiday here in the UK, where you've got your Monday off. All these stability assist, prograde, retrograde, anti-normal, normal, radial out, radial in. Should learn all this stuff really. There's a guy, I can't remember his name, but he does fantastic Kerbal videos, and he's sort of really really good at them. Kayak fan says, I love it. I was really done with the 30-degree heat from last. I was. It was. The problem is, I'm trying to sort of train for a half marathon for charity. And there's a Just Giving link, possibly here, or somewhere. You'll find it. If not, I'll post one. And it's been awful trying to train in the heat. It's just impossible, isn't it? So can anyone tell me when you actually are properly in space? How many meters above the planet are you actually there where you will float? So Mr. Phil, how long did you play that game? If you're talking about Kerbal, I've put quite a lot of hours into it, but it was a while back. I can't remember when I started streaming Kerbal, but yonks ago. And then really I've forgotten about it now, and I can't even remember the keys. It's complicated enough so that you just can't remember anything. Edwin, what did I miss? Not much really. A lot of this, the screen looking like this and me crashing mainly. But this is just a kind of relaxed stream. This is Sunday. This is the put it on in the background and just go to sleep, chill out. Who has a nice Sunday sleep on the oh, there you go. Who has a nice sleep on the old sofa? That's always good, isn't it? Oh, Mr. Feel, look at that. So once you get there, at your apoapsis, which I'm guessing is the peak of your ellipse here, that's when you start to go back down. And I guess that's based on your fuel and trajectory and all sorts. So I guess if I stop accelerating now, that will shorten. So if I just turn off my engines, it doesn't change too much, but I'm guessing maybe that's because you're just carrying that now. It's your vector. Right, well that's groovy. So if that's the case, I should be able to do some science. I thought I had some science stuff going on here. Yeah, we can measure the temperature, log the temperature. On my too hot thermometer. Let's transmit some data. Crew report, that's it. 0% science value. So Edwin saying you can point the target on the map. Ah, cool. So is that where Jebediah Kerman bounced basically last time? Is he still on the ground? Poor thing. Give me the space center, you dang nammit thing. It's weird why I can't select. There we go. No, space center. Oh, alright, fine. Let's go to Jebediah then. Select the moon. So I can select the moon. Oh, cool. So how do you see the target in your map? I think we need to point to the moon. So there's your... See, I can see a little radar-y thing there. Is the target that thing there that's coming up on the left? Oh no! Why is spacebar the button that does those switches? It's so huge. Edwin, it's done now. It's done, right? I've screwed it. Doesn't matter now what I do. Damn. I don't know. I'll try pushing escape, see if there's a quick save. Damn it. Oh, you can actually go back in time. Alright, anyway, let's just do it. This is a moonshot now. Let's just set the engines up again. Let's chuck that down there. Let's chuck them down there. Let's add a thing. Get that there. Let's add an empty thing if you can. Right, so we go to the map. We select the target as the moon. That's it, Edwin. We've selected the target. Do we just go for it? I do like this, Edwin. There's a lot of direct support here. I'm guessing I'll need RCS though to sort of get us pointed at the moon. Should I turn that on now? I'm gonna turn them on now. All right, good. Your chat just came in as I just hit those, so that's confirmed. That's locked in, and that's just it. We just launched, right? 3, 2, 1. Maybe we can see if we can save. Is there a save? I'm just gonna push escape. Is there a save? Yeah. Pre-flight. I packed my bags last night. Pre-flight. Don't you, when you need to do things like flying to the moon, don't you have to line stuff up and launch on a certain time so that you get slingshotted around the planet? There's all sorts of things. I tell you what though, if we any chance of getting anywhere near to like the moon or something, I'd be well happy, because I've never really got out of just orbit and then sort of fallen back. Okay, that's good. It took out like half my energy. If you're in space, select handing target untied RCS. I don't know how you select that. I'm guessing you'd undo the RCS. But I don't think I've got any way near enough juice. Look, I don't think I can even get out the bloody pull of the Earth. I think we're going to need way more boosters, like 1 million more. Ah. So now I can control the pitch and yaw. Oh, keep it on. Okay, sorry. Select handing targets. How do I select the handing target then? Searching. Cute. Okay. So basically, soccer's is the problem is you're trying to. So it says now use the buttons under the RCS button. So these buttons here. Okay. I mean, I'm still stuck with basic stuff, like how do I get it back to focusing on the bloody Earth? Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's say Earth. Kerbin. So try target. Is one of these target? Anti-target. Target. There you go. Oh, guys, this is crazy. Is that the moon there? The moon. Oh, now I want to build a rocket that'll definitely take us to the moon. What am I doing in my life? Hello. Hello there. That's a good name. So what are you doing with your life? What am I doing with my life? That's pretty sweet. I mean, realistically, I don't know if there's any chance of us getting there, but it's cute, isn't it? It's too late to save this mission. You need to start steering along the Earth's surface just after you started, approximately 10 kilometers up. Okay, well, I think we can do that. I saved the thing at the beginning. That's fine. So we're off to a good start then, I think. Do you think that the ship is actually capable of doing it though? And by that I mean, do we have enough boosters, enough everything? Oh, there we go. So Edwin's saying you need a next stage and a Xeon engine. So what am I doing in my life? I didn't have a mission, but now it seems my entire life is about getting to the moon, because that's what we everybody's so kindly provided advice for doing. So it's like, okay, How do we get this back? Recover. That's how we do it. Oh! So Soccerzocht says your ship is easily capable. Ah. So I don't know, do I need a next stage or not? I mean, I'm here now, guys. Should we build something? Should we just put a bit more? Have I ever got into orbit yet? No, not with this ship. I've done it in the past, but honestly, I swear I haven't done it. Edwin, a beer? A beer? How do you know it's not beer in here? I can guarantee it's you not, but thank you so much. That's really much appreciated. It's almost embarrassed. I've got a few super chats now, guys. You're embarrassing me. That's fine. This is free play Soccerzock. This is basically sandbox mode now, so we can kind of do anything with it. Do you think, while we're here, do I want to just do something here and just add an extra little stage? You know, we can just squeeze something in here if you want. I mean, it probably isn't too tricky, is it, right? Or put a bigger liquid fuel engine, something like that. Liquid fuel. Actually, a fuel tank, isn't it? We need a tank. If you want just more fuel, you don't have to put a whole engine in, right? Doesn't that work? I think you have to always click from the bottom, don't you? Oh, your ship won't probably make it to the moon. Can you load prefab? I didn't even know there were prefab. Okay, let's try with this spacecraft. With my extra bit, I guess you mean with the extra bits. Okay, come on. I tell you what, maybe we need to switch to Discord so you can give me like real time. Although you're not going to be able to see what's happening. This is going to be tricky, right? This is going to be a tricky. And I hate the way it's giving me the weirdest things on here right now. Okay, and then we can do that. What? You can cast your screen in Discord? I didn't even know you could do that. Your nuclear engine only burns liquid fuel, not oxidizer. Try to make your ship lighter. Take out all the oxidizer. Now, come on, guys. We're getting conflicting advice here. All right, let me save this real quick, and then let's just see if we can do a quick one, right? Quick save 2. Let's just go. Shame you can't warp while you're accelerating. It's weird though, I could have sworn you could warp before when you were accelerating. Right, so if we want to fly across the planet out an angle, what are we doing? Are we going to be doing like, is it prograde, retrograde, normal? Any of these things? Start turning already. So am I doing it manually? How am I even supposed to turn? Backseat cavers. It doesn't want to turn. It's really slow. Come on. Do I need bigger wings on this thing? Turn. There we go. There we go, there we go. We got something now. Do we need to start thinking where we want to... Too late already! Oh no! Oh no! We're never going to get anywhere with this thing. It's a fun game though, right? What kind of... How do you consider this game? I mean, what type? Oh, look at this. My camera went blurry. WASD is manual control. Right, I get that. I do get that. But you can see, even though the bottom corner, you can see it's doing the things. I wonder if it's... I wonder if I need to sort of pimp my ship out with bigger wings or something. And I guess this is telling me that I'm going to go splash. And if that's the case, it's not the ship's fault. It's just my fault. Alas, Mun! I'll probably not be able to get to you again. Oh, you don't need wings in space. Oh, that's true. So Nibros, this is called Kerbal Space Program, and oh yeah. So if we just sort of talk about how to describe this, I'm guessing it's a pretty good simulation game, and you can build all your different spacecraft. But also, I've actually, yeah, oops, pardon me. We're talking about Discord here. I'm going to jump into the Discord talk here. Hello. Discord talk is activated now. Yeah, and I guess it is a bit like a NASA simulator. Oh, I don't know. Sorry. What am I doing in my life? I just click target here. Should I be aiming somewhere else? The problem is when I click away from this screen, it gets rid of this screen. But I need like a laptop here so I can just see what is prograde, retrograde. What do all these things mean? So I can actually just figure out where you should be pointing. You can see every time I'm clicking these, it's taking the attitude one way or another. Andrew, hello, Andrew. You say you're sneaking in and out of voice chat. Are you on the Discord? Afternoon. I do, Edward. I think I selected the moon. See, look, the moon is my target. But maybe, I say, it shouldn't be the... Oh, is that the moon moves? So you want to be like when you're playing Space Invaders and not where the moon is, but where you want it to be. And I've just noticed something crazy. Look in the top left corner. I think that this game integrates with Discord because my little name badge has appeared there. 1 point is target and 1 point is APG. Is that the apogee? I remember apogee were the games, and I'm thinking, is the apogee was like the this thing? Could be. And what am I doing with my life? And Edwin, it might drive you nuts though watching me play this, because you guys clearly know what you're up to, what you're up about, and I'm definitely not. If you are interested in the Discord, the link hopefully should work in the description if it's still active. Oh, and I've just realised I'm not in the right chat in Discord, by the way, if anybody's there and wondering why they can't hear me. What an amateur. What an amateur. There we go. Simon! You're on mute, but you are in the chat.
Hey.
Good afternoon.
So I don't know how much the stream is delayed right now.
I should think it's impressively delayed, probably by many seconds. If,
well, I think it's only like 10 or 15. It's
oh,
pretty
right.
good.
If it's flipped upside down and I'm heading towards Earth at speed, then it's caught up. Oh wow, that was quick. Ah, so I'm going to write these down, by the way, for all these handy things. The apogee is the highest point. And the perigee is your lowest. What's the name? Oh, it's Scott Manley, isn't it? Scott Manley's the guru at this game. Absolutely sort of virtuoso, if I recall. He was really good. So Simon, Edward says, "Hi Simon. What does Simon say?"
Well, what do you want me to say?
So Simon, do you play this game much? Are you an expert at it?
Well, I'm definitely not an expert, but I think I got a little bit further than you already.
Okay. And if you got to the moon?
I did it a few times, but I mostly toy around.
So did you do it with a ship you built, or did you find one?
No, I built my ship myself, but like the moon is pretty basic. I think I didn't make it much further, but you can add all parts you want. It should be sufficient enough.
So there seems to be a lot of pre-built rockets. Oh. So Edwin's saying first you have to orbit the Kerbal and then target the moon. So Edwin, are any of those buttons, or even Simon, you probably know.
Yeah, what?
Are any of the sort of targeting buttons? I'm just waiting for it to load so I can read them off.
Yeah, I mostly go with the manual control. Like the first option you have is like just stabilizing, so it goes straight.
Okay.
By itself, and then you can manually control it rather easily.
So is that
like,
so we got RCS and SAS. Let's start from the beginning. What's RCS? That's
the controls you use when you're already in space. Like it's, I think, very low thrust controls, and SAS is just stabilizing your flight, which you can choose the target it's aiming at, or you can just leave it on the stabilization, so it will just keep the craft straight no matter what direction you aim at.
okay. So when you're using your manual controls, if it's going kind of crazy, SAS will kind of help.
Yeah, but like if the spacecraft's completely out of control, you're basically done.
So you should maybe start with SAS on.
Yeah, always leave it on, always.
Always on. Okay. Ah, okay. I see. So the RCS is so the panel on the left is entirely to do with the stability assist. Actually, all of those.
Yeah,
things.
well, you get these options, and I think the first one is just keeping it straight, and the others are like more advanced stuff, which I don't know too much about either.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to launch it now then. So I guess at some point I'm going to have to just get it so it's not going out of orbit and it's not falling back to Earth. Is that what I'm looking for? I'm just looking for the altitude just to kind of level out somewhere.
Yeah, like the spacecraft is fine. You just launch it and start steering like pretty much right away, so you should be at a 45-degree angle when you're a few thousand meters up already.
Okay, I'll start that now then. Again,
right.
Let me save. I think this is pretty similar to our previous save, but I'll save it anyway. Quick save 3. Let's just go.
I think if you select the staging in the assembly building, you always get it when you get back to the launch.
Oh, okay. Right, so I'm holding down D now like nuts, but you can see it's not really... It's going slowly.
It should be enough, actually.
It's doing it slowly but surely, I can see that. Do you always just lose your solid fuel boosters as soon as they're empty as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Otherwise they're just adding drag, right?
Exactly.
And you launch... There we go. Okay, so it's still turning now, still turning.
Is it really turning that slow?
Yeah. It's going a bit faster now though, because the solid boosters are gone now. It's going... So where would you stop it?
Also
Around...
get less drag.
Would you stop it around 45?
I mean, basically you need to be perpendicular to the Earth's surface when you're high enough. Otherwise you will just like fall down like a parabol, like you did before.
Okay.
Like, you need to accelerate along the surface. Like
Okay.
what you're doing now.
So you want to go kind of parallel-ish to the surface?
No, like totally parallel actually.
Oh, totally parallel. Yeah, you said perpendicular momentarily ago. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Nice.
When you open like the kind of map now, you will see that blue line. It will increase, and you can see your orbit when it's going around the whole planet.
So it's still kind of crashing a bit at some point.
Yeah, that's why you need to accelerate.
Oh, so that's it kind of. Oh, I've got more throttle. Damn it! I kind of wasted the opportunity for full throttle there for a few moments, but hopefully it's not too late. I guess though, if you're at the point though where you're, let's say, almost parallel on the edge of the atmosphere, then you've got a little bit of time to play with.
Yeah, actually, all you gotta do is accelerate from now on.
So let's see the map. Oh yeah, it looks like it's going longer.
Yeah, you can observe it pretty good. Like, the only problem now is if you have enough fuel or not, and that's basically it. You got it by now.
Nice. So what games do you play? Do you play things like Kerbal, or you've got a different sort of varied selection?
I actually play every game.
Every game. I download every game. I don't play them necessarily though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I got way too many games as well.
So I think we can kind of start going a bit more horizontal there. Kind of going down. I'm just trying to balance it so I'm not going down or up. But it seems to be falling.
I think the orbital velocity is something about 2 kilometers per second, and I think you are around the half now.
Yeah.
So you need to burn a little bit more.
I'm at maximum throttle now. Oh, but it's at least it's going for the orbital. It's going faster though, right? So at least it's still speeding. It's just.
Well, you're not on the ground yet.
Yeah. So Georgiak is saying, how hard is this game? Well, I can't switch to Steam to see how many hours I've been putting in it, and I know I'm just messing around a lot of the time. I think I did some of the tutorials, but I don't know if it's hard. I think it's up to you to be disciplined to kind of. It's like learning a CAD package or something. You need to just know all of the different things you can do and how you should be doing them, and then you have to be careful in your sequences and stuff. So I think it's definitely harder than playing Quake. But I don't. What do you think, Simon? Is it technically hard or is it just complicated?
Well, I'm not pretty much an expert, but if you play around with the sandbox, you will get how it works. But like, there are people on the internet, for example, they are really good at it. I'm not.
Oh, I think we're not gonna make it. So close. Yep, we're falling back down. So it would have been awesome to have some sort of extra. Yeah, Mr. Field saying, I think your orbit is not working. Yeah, I think you're right here. Andrew Beer, it's sandbox mode. I think it might be too late. Yeah, it's definitely too late to start angling upwards now. It's like a fire. It looks so cool though, right? It's like I could just cancel it. We know it's done, right? We know we can't get out of this, but it just looks so damn awesome. I want to, like, you just can't help watching this. Wow. Cool. Right, let's go back to the vehicle assembly. I kind of felt it needed a bit more velocity. Now, there was a lot of talk earlier about reducing weight.
You could try another stage which you can start in orbit, so you get a little bit more thrust than the current engine, or maybe change the engine on your main craft, maybe.
How about So for example, you see I've got this quite long, 2 long fuel stacks. Andrew Dalton afternoon. But if I kind of feel like you could have like another whole stage there with its own engine that you could decouple. Do you see what I mean? So once you're in space, you just dump all of that weight. You just don't need it all.
Well, as soon as you're up in the space, the weight doesn't matter at all anymore. It's all about the thrust you can get.
Ah, okay. Oh, right. So even if it's just a huge, long rocket, is fine.
Well, there you need a balance between the weight you need to lift up and the amount you can accelerate. As soon as you are in orbit, it doesn't matter if your spacecraft weighs thousands of tons or nothing. It's the same, but it's how to get it up. That's where you need the right balance between the weight and the thrust.
So Edwin's saying a Xeon engine. So I'm going to type in Xeon and let's see what Xeon actually is. Xeon. Oh, I don't know. There's no Xeon engine, Edwin. It's not an option for me. Andrew says it needs more oomph. So Mr. Field saying the best is after starting, go at 10,000 meters to 90 degrees, and then press M and go with your mouse to the AP marker. You'll see how many meters you have. Okay. So Simon, what I'm thinking, you know, like my idea here, you put this on, but it doesn't help you, right? Now I think about it, it doesn't help you adding more fuel because you're not getting enough thrust, are you? You're prolonging, like, you know, this certain amount of thing, but it's like I guess to escape gravity you need just like shed loads. After that it's fine. Once you're truly in orbit, even the most small engine will push you.
Yeah, exactly.
So as you
like
say,
once you're in orbit, you can accelerate like as low as you want. You won't fall down.
Ah, Xenon. Okay, so Xenon is a thing. Ah, but Mr. Field's saying the engine is good. Leave it alone. So I do like there's a lot of fighting here, Simon, in the chat. No, do this. No, do that. It's fine.
Well, I'm definitely not an expert.
Right. I'm going to give us some more boost. I think I want another stage of boosters. Oh, that's something huge. Have you seen the one that Scott Manley does, where he's got these things and they're just insane? They've got like so many engines on them, and they're just these massive rockets, and it seems to be like there's like 100 boosters going on at once, and the PC when he's running it is going like 1 frame per second.
Yeah, he always does that kind of stuff. Well, but he also knows how to play the game.
Yeah, I'm sure that he's like the sort of person who gets bored playing the regular game now, right?
Probably.
And it's...
Well, he's also installing mods to make it more difficult.
Coupler. Let's get some couplers. I'm trying to think, what do you call those things? Is it couplers? The ones that just let you put the different stages together?
Oh, I think they are decouplers.
Oh, decouplers. Oh yeah. That makes more sense. Not that size. Oh, there's even tiny ones.
Do you actually have on the bottom of the the things where you choose the parts, you can turn on mirroring or something. So it's putting on multiple things at once. Also,
oh, that's a good idea.
they are in balance.
So if I can get the right size for these. I gotta start reading the description so we don't waste time so much with this. Okay, so there. There. I find it as a really relaxing game, this. It's a little bit like playing Grand Theft Auto. If you're playing it in a kind of just going around doing stuff. There we go. So I'm just going to check this out properly, make sure they're in the same bit, and then that'll go in one stage. This should be all there. That should be there. Yep. 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 And that goes. And then we have one more with a decoupler. And I'm going to put another spare stage here. And Georgia saying more boosters. I'm really going to need to see more boosters. I've got a fever. And I need more boosters to cure it. Right. Okay. What do you think about the mods where people make aeroplanes and stuff?
I don't think you need a mod for that. You can build planes.
Oh really? Okay, so you can just get like a wing or something, put it on horizontally. And it
Yeah,
works.
no, but there's another building for horizontal vehicles.
Okay, starting off a little bit slower. I'm guessing it's a bit heavier. Not wanting to turn. Might need some bigger wing things. More boosters is too heavy, but we can pretend like we didn't even have these boosters now. We're done with those ones. We can like pretend like this is the launch now. Okay. Oh, it looks like we might actually get into orbit this time. Shit. Not sure what happened there. Bunch of stuff blew up. Cool. That is looking better. Not quite what we want, but... So what do you think, guys? A bit more horizontally now? There's something weird about this map, though. I don't like quite how it controls. So Andrew, it's still getting higher. I don't know whether or not you want me to go... Oh, you have to cut off the engines before you detach the boosters. I didn't think my engine had started before we detached, but... Oh well. So Andrew, is that a rate that's good enough? Or should we point up more? We're still getting some sort of orbital acceleration here going on. Plenty of fuel. Okay, Andrew, so starting to level off. Oh, I think we're almost there. Hey Baza. And Edwin, yeah, the music's cool. It reminds me like when I play Minecraft. You know, it's got cool music. Minecraft's a really chill out game too. Okay, we're coming up to half our fuel. And Robert tells us afternoon Spectrum haters. Robert, I thought you loved the ZX Spectrum, or even more so, you love the ZX Spectrum, like they say in the US. I wonder what they call it in Russia, because they had loads of Spectrum Comrade systems. Right, we're nearly at half the fuel now. I don't know if I want to level out a bit more. Oh, it looks like we're almost there. There we are. We've done it. So Simon, when you've got your orbit on your map going right round the planet, do you turn off your engines to save fuel?
Well,
or do you?
You need to leave the orbit like in direction to the moon, but I think you need a big map to figure out like when. I think you can let it calculate a line for you, like when to burn or something. I'm not exactly sure how you do that. Maybe someone in the chat knows it.
Oh, but like, is it one of these things? You see, like, it says ascending node, descending node. So is that add maneuver? Oh, there we go.
I'm pretty sure it can tell you exactly the route when you need to fire your engine and stuff.
What does that mean? It's got loads of these little option things on there. Oh, so Andrew's saying you probably reduce the thrust. Here we go. Before we use up all of our fuel. Right, so let's see again. So you've got this add maneuver here. You've got to understand what these crazy icons mean though, right? Let's see what happens. Do we actually need thrust right now? Baz is saying, what spec is your PC to play this game? You're really asking a hard question now. I can't remember. I'd have to check all that out. But I've got... you might need to orbit the Earth and accelerate on the other side. Okay. But this is, you can do the time boosty thing, can't you? A little bit in this. Yeah, here we go. Mine was the top FX AMD FX machine before they brought out the Ryzen. and I've got a couple of Radeon graphics cards doing something, and I've got another spare one behind me that I've never used, so we could be running this twice, I suppose. I don't think you need a massively impressive PC to run this game. Now, it would help though if anybody has any ideas on, so we're in space now, if I need to start thinking about any of these things. So let's see, there's the different icons actually over there with that maneuver we saw. I'll click there, add maneuver. So look at all these ones. So they're similar to that. So one's normal, one's anti-normal, one's prograde, and one's retrograde. And which one's the target? Target is the circle with the doofer, but that's not on there necessarily. So Andrew, come on then, tell us. You're an expert on these space maneuvers. When do we start thinking about trying to do something? I've got all of these blobs now. I don't even know how you delete them. I think that's... I can turn them off. So right click. Oh, so well, that's about as far as you've got, Andrew. So you're no help. Okay, well before I experiment then on that, let's... Oh, okay. Quick save 5. Just I noticed something. It says warp to here. What does that mean if you do warp here? Ah, cool. Press slash to cancel. There we go. Right. So I think I need to start adjusting though to get out to that. But I don't know. You'll accelerate as you head around the low part of the orbit. Yeah. I think I need to start heading towards... We don't want to head towards the target. How do we set this as a target? Oh, hello. Right, let's start again. Now I see what this is. So this is a whole thing. Space. Right, so that's obviously a calculator. But it makes more sense if those give you one to let you do something with the thing you're headed for. Let's see what that does. Does it give me any indication? Target position at closest approach. Simon, I almost wish I didn't do the warp now, because it's like I need more time to figure out what this is doing. Although the progress of time is pretty slow, right? So I've got 12 minutes to figure out how to do this.
Well, you can always fly around the whole orbit another round.
That's true. But you can definitely, like you were saying, you can definitely see it's got the tools for everything you need. You just need to figure out how to drive them.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can add a maneuver anywhere along this line. Okay, fine. So I'm going to pretend I'm going to swing round and I want to do something here. That's where I want to add my maneuver, but... figure out how... Try adding a maneuver at the D endpoint, says Andrew. You can't go around because of fuel. I don't know. You don't think you need much fuel now at this point?
You don't need any fuel.
Yeah.
Once you're in orbit, you're good. Just like satellites, they don't need fuel either to stay up there.
Yeah, just to sort of tweak. So that thing looks cool. Like if I can do something like that, then I might get into the moon's orbit and then figure out how to...
Well, I think I just figured something out. Like when you're closest to the Earth in your orbit, when you accelerate, then the other side of the orbit's expanding a lot, and I think you have to expand it as much like that it meets up with the moon's one.
Oh, I think that's why the shape of the orbit is strange. So when you see the screen, the shape is not a circle, it's like an ellipse.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's
like you should warp the time until your spacecraft is closest to the Earth and then accelerate, and then it should expand like pretty much.
Okay, well we've got some lines going on here, I guess. They look pretty good to me. Let's start warping. Actually, velocity is slowing down. Oh, but it will speed up again anyway. Ah, no, but altitude is slowing down too. Oh, so Andrew, you're saying I'm at the slowest point. Do I need engines or I just leave it alone? I guess your hang on a minute, it makes sense. Yeah, your altitude is going to get smaller, right? Anyway, because your altitude will be really close by the time you get to your certain point here. Let's save the fuel then. Let's leave it alone, not panic. Whoa, no, I missed it. I missed it, so I have to go around again. Although it's being cautious with the warp. I think it's because you're kind of... Oh no! No! Because you're about to crash. No! Hello, I've got a visitor.
What are you playing?
I'm playing Kerbal. Do you like rockets?
Yes.
Good. I'm going to have to load my save game, but it's not here at the minute. Dang it! Alright, let's load the save game. Do you like rockets? What's your favourite kind of rocket?
The best rocket.
The best rocket. I agree, that is the best type.
But what happens if it has 1,000 boosters on it? Can it go to planet Mars?
It should, I don't know, actually. If it has 1,000 boosters, I think it can go anywhere it wants.
Why
Right.
does it got numbers at the top?
Because, I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest.
Because is it telling you you're going up if the number goes up, and your rocket going down if it's the numbers going down?
Probably, I'm going to say. I don't really know. But you have to make all the numbers line up properly. Do you know about numbers?
Yes.
What's your favourite numbers? Do you have a favourite number?
I don't know.
Ah, look, I see it's even got... Simon, it's got these little markers that appear. And it says, you know, target at closest approach. So it is even showing you where...
Hey, you should try to match up that orbit with the moon's orbit.
Yeah, I think that it's...
I'm trying the exact same right now.
So I can see what's moving where. I mean, some things... I think you've got to adjust some of it on the way. It's going to depend on how much fuel you use and stuff like that, right?
You also gotta meet the timing with the moon, otherwise you will just miss it.
And there are some other adjusters. Oh, okay. What's that about? Ah, that's like to do with the timing, is it? Okay, well I think I'll kind of be happy if I can even just get my thing to do something along those lines at the right point. Let's warp a bit. So I can do warp to here somehow. Oh, I thought I could. So I've been saying, remember you're flying in 3D. I know you are, but it's almost 2D, isn't it? At this point, because here we go. Warp's next maneuver. As long as you're flying on the planet's, is it elliptical? I'm sure they call it something like that, where everything is kind of moving together. You're all right, but yeah, there are some weird planets that aren't in that plane. Okay. So we need to start thinking about this maneuver. I've got no... target. We have a... If I hit target, though, I think it'll go to the... Where will it go? Let's just hit it. Is it going to try to point to the moon? Which is not what we want. Maybe we just have to do it... Try to do it manually. Okay. How do you see that point though? What are the other icons? Right, come on. Anti-target, target, radial in, radial out, anti-normal, normal. It's a shame you can't see the lines that you see on the map on your main screen.
Yeah, but I think you can control your spacecraft while you're on the map.
Yeah,
so you can adjust its vertical without watching the spacecraft.
Yeah, but I kind of want to like hit it onto that new line that I've drawn, right? But how do I know how to make the maneuver? Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure when I'm going to hit this point where I want to adjust my thrust. If you could just see the if you hit target, point to the target, but if Kerbal is in the way, you have a problem. But Edwin, can I make any of this the target? I kind of want to make the target, say, this point on this line, yeah? Right here. That's... What I'm going to do is just save it here, I think. Quick save 6. I'm just going to say where it's... Because it says warp to next maneuver. Let's see what happens if you do that. If it just does something or it just is a disaster. Oh yeah, it just goes straight through it. So there doesn't seem to be, it certainly doesn't seem to be activating any sort of maneuver. You can set objects in space as targets. Let's just check. The moon's moved now. So really, I think once the challenge of just actually manoeuvring it, I think it's okay. Really. Ah, the damn warp! It's got like a drag on the warp. When you turn it off, it just doesn't slow down immediately. I can feel it's just going to accelerate like nuts now in a second. So the reason, Simon, I'll give you an example. It feels like I'm trying to look around to see even where the Earth is to give me a reference. And I don't think that's the way you're supposed to have to play this game. Actually, I can't even see the Earth. Oh yeah, we're pretty far out.
Well, at the point you are right now, maybe just warp behind until you are behind the Earth and then accelerate. That will increase your orbit.
I guess you're just accelerating away from the Earth would do. I think that's probably it.
Yeah, but like that's very inefficient because like it's all about like hundreds of thousands of kilometers, and
so
your rocket engine can only accelerate so little. So
see, this is what I feel now. You see from here, this is where I want to kind of start to try to intersect now with my new. So Andrew's saying accelerate parallel to stretch your orbit out. Okay, so here I am.
You want to stretch your orbit like no, warp until you're exactly behind the Earth on the big map and then accelerate. Then you get the most effect, like exponentially.
So I'm wondering if one of these though, you know the prograde, retro radial, one of these must be trying to align you with the planet in some way, right?
Yeah, one of these is aligning you with your orbit. I don't know which one.
Let's see. So we're going to try prograde now. Okay, so that seems to be, I think that is aligning you with your orbit now, which is kind of cool.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Are you falling back to Earth now?
I think you're always falling back to Earth when you're in orbit. But the Earth keeps moving out of the way. Just in time. Right.
But are you falling back to Earth though?
Okay, Andrew, we're nearly at the point now where we need to start thinking about this. So if the Earth is on my left, I feel I want to go a bit right, but not that one. Not that one.
When you look on your map, isn't there a marker on your orbit when it tells you when you are closest to the planet?
Yeah, we're nearly there now. You're just about to hit it.
When you hit the point, then you should accelerate.
Oh, actually, no, there is a point closer. We just need to recap.
Yeah, well, the blue marker close to the Earth. That's the exact point when you should turn your engine on.
Okay, so we got time.
You can accelerate it.
Yeah. Right, we're ready. So I'm going to click the prograde again, make sure it sets itself where we want, and I'm going to turn on my engines.
Even a little thrust should increase the orbit exponentially.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should look on the map. Like you can easily overshoot it.
Oh, because if I turn off the engine, will it cease immediately, or will it just keep going bigger?
No, it won't accelerate anymore as soon as you turn it off.
So I can just turn it off.
Yeah, now you just gotta match up those orbits.
So then you need enough fuel to do another maneuver to get into the moon orbit, I guess, to actually stop.
Yeah, or while you're in a sandbox, you can always refill your fuel.
Oh, cool. Okay. Right. So what I'm going to do is give myself a less amount, because I just want more control now. Oh, no, not sticky keys. Yeah, Andrew, I can tell it's definitely... I need a finer control. I'm not sure how you do a fine control on this.
I think there's a button where you can shut off your engine immediately.
I think that's close enough, though. Look at that. Mr. Dalton, I see you in the Discord. You've been very quiet, sir. Is your mic plugged in?
Yeah, mic's plugged in. Sorry, I was just swapping some discs around and bits on my server. I'm just going to fire that Friday the 13th game and see what it's like. Shift
and control. Andrew, I'm not going to try the shift and control right now, seeing as we're in this critical junction. I'm really enjoying this, by the way. Simon, I don't know, it's crazy. It's why is this so much fun, even though it's just it's weird mechanical applying of thrusts.
I think it's the sandbox. Many games with sandbox are fun.
So it's just because it's kind of, I feel, yeah, it's like you're learning something, you're exploring, you're enjoying these dynamics, the physics. It's cool. It's just a very cool little game, and I can't remember how much it cost. It was like 20 quid, 25 quid, whatever it was. It's definitely worth it, because I think no matter how old this game is, the fun in it will always be there, because it's not like when you play, like, you know, pick up an old game of Sonic the Hedgehog and you go, this sucks, I just can't be bothered. This is the sort of thing, a bit like Gary's mod or something, where you can just keep playing it over and over and over again.
Yeah, well, there are also a ton of mods. If you ever get bored, you can install something new.
So Andrew Beer's saying he has a game on his phone called Spaceflight Simulator, which is a 2D version. Would you like that, Alex?
Yes.
Ah, I would love it, but oh, my coffee is so empty. What can we do about that?
Get more.
Get more?
Yes.
Do you think you can help me in that mission?
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. Can I have space coffee, please? Ask Mummy for space coffee. With extra moon dust. Okay. Something's happening.
I think you just missed the moon.
Yeah, I kind of just want to get into its... Is it possible to just get into the same orbit as the moon?
Well, you have to match up the blue one with the yellow one, then you are.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was hoping to do, but now that I think about it, that might be crazy impossible.
Well, if you start out with the blue orbit being an exact circle around the Earth, then I think it's pretty easy. But when you have this ellipse shape, you can't make it round. You need a ton of fuel to change that shape.
No! Can't set target. Right, let's set the target. Where's our target mode? So we've got the SAS target, as Edwin is saying, now set to the moon. There it is. That's the moon, is it? I think it is. Yeah. So close, yet so far. I think we need to put some thrust now, though. Okay, so if you hold down shift... Oh, I see. Shift and controller just throttles. Got you. I think, Andrew, you said that, Andrew Beer. The problem is if you set it to the target... I don't know. I feel another quick save 7 coming along. Cannot walk faster than 1 while the ship is under acceleration. So Edwin says set target, SAS target, and don't fly into the moon. So Edwin, though, what kind of... Do I need to give it 100% throttle or just a touch? How much do you need to catch up with the moon? What you got there?
Drink.
Ooh, what's your drink?
Water.
Oh, that's a good drink. That's the best drink. Council Pop. Oh no, we're going to run out of fuel. Electron, how many Electron Ash, how many streams were you on? Have you just been watching all the streams this weekend? Oh yeah. Simon, I was worried about fuel, but I just literally just remembered that you said you can just get as much fuel as you want when you want. Can you remember how you do that?
I think you can just drag the fuel bar and pull it up.
Resources. Fuel.
I'm not sure exactly how, but I did it earlier.
Mummy and Theo.
Oh, I can see it kind of moving, but when I let go, it kind of snaps back at the moment.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Mummy and Theo are making chocolate cakes.
Chocolate cakes. Nice.
Do you want one?
Yes, please. Is it mooncake? Oh, cool. I wasn't paying attention, but that line is getting awfully close. I don't know, I kind of think maybe I should turn off my... I've turned off my engines because I kind of think that maybe I don't need them right now. I don't know.
Mummy said if you want to have the chocolate cake, you need to come into the kitchen to have it.
Okay, so you generally... Okay, so alright, I'll leave the thrust on. Right, so gosh, there's so many things in the chat I've missed out here. So Andrew, any advice on the USB encoder boards and cases to put 30mm buttons in? When you say USB encoder, do you mean for joysticks? Because I don't buy any of those. I dismantle these SNES things that you get with a USB. Those are the ones I do. Keep an eye on the maps though so you don't overshoot. Well look, it's kind of looks like it's overshooting now. I've left the thrust on. Why don't I turn off the engine so that that way I get the chance to warp, because you can't warp, can you? Is it warping? Is it just so slow now because you're so far out?
Daddy,
Yeah.
Theo said yesterday we could do a back office show tomorrow, and the back office show is making a watch.
Okay. We'll do that. We'll make a watch tomorrow. Get back here, you son of a bitch, Moon. Oh, I was watching a crazy movie last night as well. Andrew, Mr. Dalton, I've run out of fuel. I'll try to remember what I watched. A really crazy movie, and it's probably the cheesiest sci-fi I've seen in a while.
What was it called?
Yeah, if I could remember that, that's the magic thing. So Edwin says, cut off the power and look at the blue line. Yeah, look, the blue line now has gone to outer space,
Daddy,
basically.
here's your moon drink.
Thank you. Is it moon juice? Hot moon juice. I shall have a look on Amazon later, Mr. Dalton, and see what it was.
I'm playing that Friday the 13th game at the moment.
Ah, look, I can't. It was a 1980s movie, Ash. But I'm run out of fuel now. So I'm in big trouble. So I'm trying to drag the bar, and you can see it does sort of open out a bit, and then it just snaps back to empty, which is kind of annoying. No, Baz, it didn't have Kirk Douglas. It didn't have anybody you'd recognise. Definitely didn't have Harvey Keitel. Alright. I'll tell you what it was. I'll tell you what it was about. And in exchange, try to... thanks, Edwin, for your help. In exchange for describing to you this movie, someone please Google how do I add more fuel in sandbox mode so I can get to the moon. Right. So to describe the movie, and by the way, it wasn't. What was that movie you told me, Andrew? Was it like Chopping Mall or something? Because that was amazing.
No, Night of the Comet I told you to watch, but Chopping Mall you did watch, I believe.
Yeah, Chopping Mall was really good. So this movie it's basically like an Aliens rip-off.
And Critters.
And no, I have to describe it. So the guy is woken up out of hypersleep by a robot who's a little bit like Biddy Biddy Biddy, but he looks like a stormtrooper with a girl's voice. And that's his robot. He is some sort of intergalactic space engineer technician, and he's called to clean up these genetic parasite type things of these experiments that they do on these space stations. And it's kind of a bit like a they've created this xenomorph type thing that does also jump on your face like a face hugger. And then it just sort of runs silent running, Ash said. Yeah. Silent running, the extended cut. Hey, what's up? Hey, you.
Are you doing the back office show for half an hour?
Yeah, maybe if I don't get any fuel. It's not Leviathan. It literally does not have any actors.
Because the chocolate cake is ready in half an hour.
Oh, well, that's okay. Well, that works fine. I'm just thinking, I've got like Amazon Prime on my phone, right? I can actually just Prime Movies, Prime Video.
What are you doing in your rocket?
I'm floating without any fuel. So I'm hoping there's a fuel solution for me.
Why are you not going back down to Earth then?
Because I'm really far away. It might be called Forbidden World. Have a look. If you look at Forbidden World on Amazon, I think that might be it.
Alright, well, I'll look at that.
Okay, so I'm going to actually look at how do I get more fuel as well while I'm
Well,
at it.
I think I got it. You need to press Alt F12 maybe, and then you should get a cheat menu.
Ah, okay, cheats.
Well, you're in Sandbox, so it's not cheating.
Hack gravity, unbreakable joint, snow crash damage. Infinite propellant. Oh, of course, you can even set your orbit and stuff, right? Just appear wherever you want. Okay, let me see if that's
cheating
given.
then.
Oh, that's given me fuel again. Hooray! Nice one.
Where's planet Earth?
Well, there's not really a planet Earth in this game.
Then how did you make a rocket and fly to the moon
It's a bit like Earth, but it's not Earth. Hey, that's juice. Don't put your hand in there. Go wash your hand. Put the cup back. Wash both hands, actually, while you're at it. Nail Gun Massacre. That sounds insane. Moontrap. I think I've seen the trailer for Moontrap, but some of those things look really awful. Red Jive. What you doing? We're trying to get to the moon. And I'm not saying it wrong. That is how you pronounce it, I think. Or is it moon? Okay, so we are actually accelerating now decently as well. Did you dry your hands? Come on. So how many ribs are left, Andrew?
I don't know, I left the extra trays with Neil, but there was at least one full tray left.
Ah, that's wasted on him. How was the cheesecake?
It was awesome. You should have stayed for cheesecake.
It was late. I
know.
had a mission to do when I got back.
I know. But there'll be cheesecake and ribs again.
There's always
And more.
cheesecake.
Gary wants to learn how to cook cheesecake, so it's my mission to teach him. Gary, who cannot cook.
So he's going to start with a cheesecake. Maybe
Yes.
that'll become the thing that he's famous for.
Gary's cheesecake, yes. Does everyone live near the man cave or something? Well, about 70 miles away from me.
Don't start reversing thrust until you're in the sphere of influence. Doing otherwise will result in your trajectory probably missing the moon. It's like a great nerd party, but very exclusive. I don't think it is, Electron. I think anybody who's just kind of near can go there. Bazza, yeah, you have to be very explicit with your instructions.
Oh, this game is brutal. I don't know about playing it on the stream.
Boys, why don't you shut this door for me? That'd be great. I'm going to need you to shut the door. Oh no, with you on the other side of it. Don't you want to play with the bicycles?
I assume the new bikes have got bells on them.
They have.
I can tell.
One does not simply walk into Mordor. We're doing a lot of boosting here. Come on. Biker Dave. Yeah, we are pretty much aiming to drill through the moon. I should be probably aiming to be where the moon is gonna be in the future, like over here, but I'm not good enough to figure out how to do that. So we're kind of pretty much just chasing the moon, which is probably the worst way of doing it. Oh, I know. Simon, I'm gonna click the retrograde. No, retrograde, right? That's what we wanted.
You want to switch the direction?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit retrograde for a bit because that's gonna give me a steeper trajectory for sure. Can you stop
like,
doing that?
You want to hit the moon like from the other side?
Yeah, just so the moon will hit me. No, but I just think it'll be quicker. Because if you...
Sure, I think you will fall back to Earth when you decelerate.
Gimbal lock. If you hover over the mouse over the moon, does it give you a velocity? Yeah. 542 meters per second. Well, my velocity is definitely faster than the moon's. Although... Oh, I was doing it wrong. I was doing retrograde. Maybe it was prograde I wanted. Well, let's just keep it on target for now. It just annoys me that you can't seem to... Oh, warp here. Dang it. Alright, let's turn off the engines. Can you stop being annoying now for a minute? Okay. Okay. Here it goes. Ah, okay. Oh, where's my target gone? Hang on. Oh, that's interesting. I don't have the target of the moon. Does that mean I'm now in its sphere of influence, as Red Drive is saying? Let's have a look. Why does it won't let me target it now? Target, dang you. It should appear on the map. Are you gaining speed without thrust? Possibly. It does look like we might be. Let's see. We are gaining speed without thrust. Does that mean we're falling into the moon? Okay, so if we want to slow down now, what are we doing? We have to go into one of these other modes. Let's try anti-normal to see if that flips us around. It's not quite where I think we need to be. Let's try radial in. That possibly is where we want. It's a bit dark here in space, isn't it?
Yes. Because it's night time in space.
Oh, is it?
Because it takes 2 days to get in space in real life.
Does it take 2 days to get to space?
Yes.
It's taken me 3 days so far in the game time.
Because I read a book about space and...
It's a wee bit dark in space. Hang on, my orbit speed thing doesn't seem to be slowing down though, annoyingly.
You can also set the velocity relative to somebody.
Ah, okay.
If you click on it, you can switch between surface and orbit velocity.
Yes, Andrew, I think this Friday the 13th game definitely has stream potential.
It looks like a good game to me.
Yes.
Okay, I'm switching to retrograde. I think I had it on the wrong way. That should... Yeah, there you go. Now I'm slowing down like mad. Oh, yep, the line is starting to get closer to the moon. I might be addicted to Kerbal again now. Because getting to the moon, Simon, isn't enough now. It's like landing on the moon and driving around the moon and doing stuff also, right?
Is your rocket equipped to land on the moon?
No. Well, I've got a parachute. That's all I've got right now. Maybe we can land it kinda by like using the booster, and then
you can land on your engine.
Yeah.
I think it's quite difficult though.
But even you could drop the engine, right, and just parachute down kind of at the last second.
Do you have a decoupler in between?
Yes, I definitely do.
Well, but you can't use parachutes on the moon because there's no atmosphere.
So that's it. It's all or nothing. We gotta land this bad boy. It'll be like SpaceX when it just lands on its like rocket.
Yeah, maybe next time you can equip some feet for landing.
That would be cool.
I think they're awesome. You can also walk to that node on the map, so you're to the moon instantly.
I kind of feel that's cheating. Castardo, good evening. Red Drive said he made tried the shoot on the map and it didn't work. Fair enough. I don't have any feet either, Andrew Beer. It's going to be a raw landing. But Simon, I used to play Combat Flight Simulator. I used to be part of a wing in Combat Flight Simulator with my big force feedback joystick. But for me, I had to play that real time. If there's like a mission in France, it's like we're taking off from like, you know, London and we're flying there and it's taking like 2 hours and then we're having a battle and then we're flying back. You see what I mean? It's like if you're going to do it, you kind of... It feels like you have to do it properly, right? There's no practice runs in real life.
Well, in real life, you would have the computer calculated and just wait until you're there.
That's what I think is really cool because people think, you know, when they plot all of these. Hey, Alex, you can just not be like annoying right now. Thank you. What do you want to do? If you're bored, go find something to do somewhere else. Oh, I gotta be careful now. I don't want to slow down too much. It's up to you. Dang it. Can't remember what I was moaning about now. Oh, yeah. So yeah, what people don't realise is how it's all like kind of... Not all, but a lot of it is dead reckoning. Do you know what I mean? It's like maths take you only so far, but then after that they really did just make course corrections, dead reckoning, and hope they got enough fuel on board. Okay, I'm going to bring us down to about 500 meters per second. Oh, Electronash, go play on the M11. That's pretty mean. Right.
Are you actually getting any closer to the moon?
Yeah, look. Nice. I kind of want to save it now. I feel it's just...
Well, if you slow down just a little bit more, you will get into its orbit.
What the heck, guys?
Chasing me.
Can you take your like guns and stuff and just go in the house now? Come on, scram. Hang on, I'm just going to shut my security door. There you go. Dang. They had Electron. That noise was like some gun which is going like jigga 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 jigga.
I need to bring my Nerf gun to the back office at some point for you to have a play with it and take it apart.
Oh, that's what that... I think that's what that is. They bought a couple of Nerf guns.
Yeah, and I like my Nerf gun, which I bought specially off Etsy. It's there's this whole community of people who make Nerf guns that sting. Mine's got radio control car motors in it and bigger batteries and all this other stuff in it.
What do you do? What did you need it for?
When I worked at one company, they used to have Nerf fights in the office.
JJXB, come on, you worked at an anime con. You never know what happens behind the scenes. I want to know. Can't you post some in the Discord then? Let us know. I want to hear these stories. They sound wild. Right, let's do this. Angie, there's another kind of gun which fires ping pong, like small ping pong like balls. They seem to be even more fun than Nerf when I've seen them going on. And they're surprisingly straight shooting.
Oh, my Nerf gun's pretty good. I'd let you have a go on it. Like I say, it leaves a bruise from the darts.
I've got a few little guns here, but you don't want to get shot by them.
No.
I used to have a lot of paintball guns too.
My neighbour's quite into the airsoft.
Okay, right, time to be careful here. Okay. So, oh, hello. Are we now relative to the moon? That's what I need to figure out, because is the moon... Simon, remember you were saying about that? How do you select what you're referencing against?
You have to click onto the velocity, but I think it already switched automatically.
Okay, so if I do the retrograde, all the SAS stuff now is relative to the moon rather than to Kerbal.
I'm not sure about that, but the velocity is definitely from the moon right now. Like if you had that velocity on the Earth, you would crash down.
I wish I could... it's really hard to see now. Should have fit some lights. I'm looking for one of these options on the SAS to just point away from the moon, basically, but... Maybe I'll just see if I can do it manually. Dang, it's hard to see.
If you want to land on the moon, you need to burn a retrograde. Get closer.
Retrograde. Because I think I'm kind of getting there, right? It's going in fast now.
Well, you have to match up the blue circle with the moon's orbit, because right now I don't think you can slow down fast enough to not crash.
Oh, okay, I get you. I see what you mean. I got you.
I think you even have to accelerate a little bit more, because that looks like the crash course to me.
So close, yet so far. That blue line's changing big time now. Accelerate parallel to the moon, Andrew's saying. So that's... I would if I could figure out where the hell I am. Parallel to the moon or kind of at this angle?
Yeah, well, right now you will definitely crash into it, so you kind of have to do the same like on the Earth. Like accelerate parallel to it to get into an orbit.
Red Drive saying accelerate opposite in the way you're going. I think I'm gonna hit the moon. I think I can't say this at this point.
Hey, well, you can try to land it.
Ah,
if you have
Mr.
enough
Taylor.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah. Hear me now, rude boy.
Hear me now. I think we definitely have a problem, but let's try it.
The gamblers are off tonight, Mr. Dalton.
I hear.
Red Drive, I think I've done it now. Come on. I've used retrograde, which I think is pointing you opposite of where you're going. But I don't... We are slowing down, actually, though. We are slowing down. So what's this about? I see someone mentioning Lorca. Bazza's mentioning Lorca. Is there a new Discovery episode?
What? Discovery?
Or whatever it is Discovery, or is it the Star Trek thing, not Discovery? Yeah.
Yeah, Star Trek. Sorry.
What's a new one called? I can't remember.
Discovery.
Oh,
the
yeah.
new season doesn't start until sort of January, February time. There's a new season of it being made at the moment, but it's not filmed yet.
Problem in joining the audio, you lose the ambient music in the background.
I'm wondering if you can get lights for your rockets, though, so you can sort of see stuff. I'm trying to balance the throttle. It's a bit tricky on the old moon. I thought, yeah, there's a lot. Bazza, I think it's cracking. I thought Discovery was great. Infinite Discovery for me. So we're not that far off the surface of the moon now. And as a reward I get a little bit of chocolate cake.
If you click on the velocity now, you should see the velocity relative to the surface.
So when you say click on the velocity, where am I clicking?
Like on the
okay.
on the green stuff.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
you can see how fast you crash on it.
No, but I can kind of. I think I've got enough to Slow me down. There we go. Ah, no. Now I'm going up again. We need a flight computer to handle this. I actually think there might be... I bet there's mods for this where you can do that. It makes you appreciate what you had in Frontier in First Encounters. In Frontier Elite 2. Let's do a bit of warping. That's better.
Did you ever play Eve, Andrew?
I didn't. Wasn't that one of
I
those
lost-
massive ones?
Yeah, I lost like a year and a half of my life to it. It got really bad.
Were you in a guild or a faction or a
Yeah, in a corporation.
corporation? Red Drive says he just tried to skip forward in a stream. I'm sorry I'm boring you. There's not much I can do. I can't even warp when I'm accelerating, right? Electron Ash, I think I'm more of a nerd than you, because when you say TOS, as in the original series, I'm instantly thinking of like Atari ST operating system. There we go. We're going down now. Going down. We're on the express elevator to hell. Going down. Come on. Rob, you'll be disappointed to know I didn't muster the energy to try my Raspberry Pi 3 thing.
You gotta be in the right mood.
You know why I'm not in the mood though? Because you have to drag out the whole Commodore 64 and all that.
Yeah.
Bazza says he's going to get an ST again. Yeah, do it.
I've never had an ST, but
They're
I was
good.
tempted in London. They had a boxed one there for 100 quid, but the box is really tatty.
Yeah, I saw that. To be honest with you, Rob, there's so many of them. You can pick them up for like 40 quid if you just look.
Yeah.
But try to get like an STE though, because you want the one where it's a bit nicer. You can put a bit more memory in it and stuff. Or it'll probably come with 4 megs.
Does it burn better?
Does it burn better?
We don't burn STs, we only burn speckies.
So the tricky bit here is knowing how much thrust you've got if you need it and how long it takes to apply it. So if I want to start slowing down, I don't know when I have to, basically. I think I'm going to have to start thinking about it though, because the numbers are going pretty damn quick.
Well, right now you're smashing down with 200 meters per second.
Sure. Yeah, so what we were saying is time to start turning on the rockets. Oh, I might have screwed this up. No, I think we're okay. Oh no! Sticky keys! Mr. Dalton, how do I get rid of sticky keys forever?
Ugh, can't remember. I'll have to have a look.
It is doable though, right? I need the one
Yeah.
which is this when you hit the space 10 times, when you hold down the shift key.
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
I agree about the ship lights, Andrew. I think they must be an option. I'm definitely seeing illuminated worlds on this. Or maybe I'm just trying to land on the dark side of the moon. An A12, so JJXB wants an A1200 of accelerators and hard disks. I remember when I had one of those, and it was just, I spent so much money on all of those things, all the Blizzard thing, and the Ethernet card, and the graphics card, and the this, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. It was just all still shite. It was just still like nothing like the PCs you could get, and I was just like, why am I doing this? Because if you want like the old Amiga or something, it's just like, why don't you just play the old games? That's all you want them for, right? You're not going to be doing some desktop publishing on it. So basically I applied too much thrust, and now I'm in a trajectory of moving away, and now waiting for that to sort of slow back down. But we should be able to start seeing this, shouldn't we? Possibly. Right, now we're going down again. Let's even control the rate a little bit better now.
Thicky keys is in the ease of access center in control panel.
The sleazy access center, got you. Ah, Electron Ash, yeah, that's exactly right. And Custado, as you say, in the end it's still an Amiga, right? That exactly. I mean, and you know, I think Custado, what it does, I think it makes you kind of more annoyed that you've spent all of that money on it and it's not doing some amazing thing you thought it would do, but it, you know, it would never do. It sort of damages your memory of the machine. Damn it! Why am I going away from the bloody moon? See if I can just warp till I start falling again. Yeah, there we go. So I bet Scott Manley doesn't have this trouble. So I'm trying to progressively add more throttle to slow down our rate of descent without overshooting it. That's okay, I think that's alright. So red drive, yeah, I think that's it. I'm not trying to accelerate, am I? I'm just trying to balance it. I just want 0. I don't want acceleration, I just want 0. But it's a tricky little thing, right? Okay, slow down a bit because you can see our rate of descent slowed down. So red drive, is this normal? What we're doing here, does this feel normal? This sort of procedure of just twiddling with the throttle. Guys, you're confusing Red Jive with all of your computer nerdery. Electron and Ash, you just turned 37 2 weeks ago. You're done. It's all over now. Give you something more interesting to look at. We can put some contrast here. Ha! Costado, I can't believe you're 48. Anybody who's met Costado in person will not believe that. He is youthful, like a young Bambi, bounding through the expo halls.
I'm just old beyond my years.
You are?
Bloody worn out me, I'm knackered.
You've ruined yourself.
Yeah.
You needed to check yourself before you wrecked yourself. And you forgot.
I'm the one with the greenhouse at 43.
Growing your own tomatoes.
That's the one.
A heavy Bambi, Costado says. Ah! You know. This is a bit like flying a crew, you know, like an aeroplane with people on it, isn't it? Because it must be like these long periods where it's pretty, you know, you're just watching the clock, boring. If you think of what's going to happen now, we're going to get close to the planet's surface and they're going to have to boost on like the engines and stop the rocket from smashing into it. That's just a bit like landing on a runway, isn't it? So pilots, you're only really paying them for the takeoff on the landing part or when something goes wrong. Infinite RC Logic saying he's guessing it's all downhill once you hit 25. It certainly is, and actually if you're playing this, I think this is a good point for a quick save. There we go. I suspect I might not get the landing right first time. Especially as I don't have any landing legs. I would just like to, if I can hit the planet without, or the moon, it's not a planet, is it? Hit the moon, without blowing up. No! What the heck? Why did my engine just blow up? What? Okay. Hang on a minute. Hang on a cotton picking minute. Hang on, does the moon have mountains on it that are like 2,000 meters tall? Okay, fine. I hit F9. Oh, hold. How do we load our last save? I did a save, right, if you remember. Dang! That was like, how long have I been doing that? It's like an hour and a half. Okay. I suppose you could probably buy a radar.
Well, when you're back at the station, you could also add the landing gears.
Can you add stuff to your rocket, like mid-flight?
Oh well, I thought you were back at the assembly building.
I guess the problem is though, how would you even know where to land if it's a mountain? You've got no idea on the terrain, right? Oh yeah, you can see there. You can see against the shadow.
Oh, you chose a very good timing when the sun was totally not shining on the moon.
Oh, but no! Okay. It's a good point though. I think if there is the option for like some sort of landing lights or something, you should definitely try to use them. There it is! There it is! There it is! So 2816. Cool. Okay, so 2816. Let me write that down. So now I know what our target is. What the heck? What the? I'm really confused now. Why is my game gone? So I'm guessing that you've got like, you have to load your main game and then you've got to find your save games within it. I guess that first one, right? Well, the time doesn't look right here. What game is this? So Red Drive says keep the speed below 100 and above 50 and at about 1,000 or so meters start. I think it's all over now. I don't think I can find my game. What the heck happened to my save game? Did sticky keys just erase my game? Year 1, day 4. Year 1, day. I'm going to start at the bottom. I guess I'm just going to start at the bottom of the list and work my way up through them. So I could just... Dang. Ah, phew. Okay. Panic averted. 2816. Oh, hang on. 2816. We're already below that now. Keep the speed around 100, above 50. I can see we're already under the... Look, oh, there we go. McBeam, hi McBeam. You're joining us pretty late. I'm not sure how many minutes I have in me without headlights. There's probably a hack on this. I think you could probably... Hang on. What was that menu? F11? No. F10? What does Alt F5 do, Andrew? Come on, come back down again. Red Drive, you're saying cut the engine. What, you're saying cut the engine totally and then just turn it on at the end? But the problem is we don't know if we're landing in mountainous area. We don't know what the keep it on idle until 2000. Okay, but watch. Let's have a look. When you say, but what when we hit 2000, what do we want to do? Full 100% or a little bit 50%? Okay, well we seem to have we're going down now. There you go. So we blew up. It's kind of robust, this rocket though, right? Yay, we launched our capsule. Now it's time to leave the capsule, if you dare. Oh, can we do our EVA? No. Oh, we can. Woohoo! We'll wait. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do this mission, damn it. Hello? My cake! My cake! Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Oh well. At least we've got cake. The cake was not a lie. Did you have your cake?
I'm just eating it now.
You're just eating it now? Well, thank you very much. Thank Mummy from me. Oh. I'm guessing because I didn't manage to let go to let go of the ship. He went down with the ship, but okay, I think it's time just to sort of try a bit of cake though. Hey cat, stop it. Cat is scratching up some cardboard boxes. Precious cardboard boxes for the computers. Space cake's good. So what do you think, Red Drive? Without our altimeter or lights. Oh yeah. Oh. What I'm thinking is try the cheat menu, see if we got some lights. Or we can just artificially illuminate the whole scene. Oh my gosh, that cake is amazing. It's going to give us a bit of throttle.
About 2 hours.
Yeah, go and have some cake. That is good damn cake. There's all sorts of things here, look. Gravity, thermal debug. Oh look, solar luminosity. Not do anything? Not really. Turn the engines down a bit. Let's put that back. Oh, so this is all to do with thermal, drag, aerodynamics. Don't worry, Red Drive. I mean, that's what we sort of figured. There's something wrong because the altimeter is clearly not calibrated for the mountains and stuff, so I'm guessing you have to do it by eye. Unless you get some sort of radar. Oh look, there is a radar at altitude here. Ah, okay. I don't know if we've got a radar fitted. I don't think so, but maybe it still calculates it for the game engine. You can use that. Andrew says holding Alt for 5 seconds should bring up another menu of options. Okay, so we're looking at this here, 2,200. Come on, slow down a bit, please. Cake helps a lot, by the way. Sorry anyone in the chat if you're asking me anything. I'm flying on instruments now. No! Oh, what the hell? No! Stupid keyboard controls. Space cake. I've got that last bit of space cake dust. Here you go. Space Cake Astronaut Junior. Damn it, that was good cake. I think I figured out why my diet's so hard to keep under control. A flock of sea cows is in the house. Alex, a flock of sea cows is here. Who sent the sweets? What do you say about the sweets?
Thank you.
Did you like them?
Yes.
What did you like about them?
Because they were chocolate.
Chocolate. Was it chocolate and crunchy?
Yes.
And salty?
And salty.
All the
It's
flavours.
Sweet, salty, and nice.
Sweet, salty and nice. And crunchy.
Sweet, salty, and crunchy.
Okay, we're still going down.
Yes.
Look at this number. See that number there? What does it say?
6, 570.
Andrew, I'm balancing it. I know every now and then it accelerates, but I'm tweaking it. I'm tweaking it. Look, because it gets out of control now. See, it's getting out of control, so I need to give it a bit more. Like, I think you would agree we're coming in a bit too hot at this point. Ah! Sticky keys. Ah! Curse you, Microsoft! What do you say about that?
Rubbish. Rubbish rocket. Look at that on the screen.
Yeah. I can't click the disable link.
What happens if you do cricket?
All your dreams come true. Let's just do it.
Keyboard.
No, hang on a minute. What?
Use sticky keys. On.
Off. Never allow it. Never allow it. Never allow it. Never allow it. Never allow it.
Never allow anything.
Never allow anything ever, 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 ever in that menu. I don't understand it. Why would you even want that? Ever. Yeah, I'm going to go into the registry and just delete it. All disability, ease of use actions, honestly.
Night time in the game, and you're on planet
Oh, I don't know if I
Earth.
got the energy for this. Right.
Is that planet Earth there?
Yeah.
So it is planet Earth. You
Yes.
said it wasn't.
This is it. This is the last time. I'm not going to do it again. And I'm going to erase Kerbal totally. Actually, we're not too far off it from the start, though, are we? See that number? We have to get it to go to 0, but slowly,
Why?
because otherwise you crash. Why is it not working? Ah. Yeah. Come on. I can see the juice.
Why is the number going up, not down?
It'll go down now. It'll go down now. We were close. We were mega close there. Oh, it was almost landing. I could see the powder.
Which
Hang on.
number was it again?
Where it says 40, this one here. Yeah! Oh! There we go. That's it. I think that's it. That's close enough for anybody. Wow.
Where did you crash?
Hmm?
Where did you crash?
On the moon.
Then why did you not land it?
Because this game's a tricky game.
And
Right.
you didn't know how to land it.
I didn't know how to land it. Well, I think anybody in the stream will agree that's pretty much as close as SpaceX has got a lot of times, and this is kind of my first go. So I think it was doing pretty darn good. Remember, SpaceX hasn't even tried to go to the moon yet.
Is this your first time you played this game?
Sort of, yeah. And it's a lot of firsts, and we did all the manoeuvring in space, everything. It's fine. It's all hyped, all this SpaceX stuff. It's just go do it. NASA.
But I
NASA's
saw
been
you-
messing, collecting money for years on this. Just do it. It's fine.
But I saw you play on that screen as well.
You saw me playing on that screen. When? Today?
No,
Well, there you go then.
it was a different day.
Okay, well, thank you very much for watching the stream. I did a bit of a weird thing with the videos as well, you noticed. I put 2 out on Saturday and 1 today. Those were supposed to be Saturday, Sunday and Monday, but I've given it to you a bit earlier. So you're getting the bank holiday special was today, which was building that thing that I built yesterday. And you got an extra video on something else yesterday. Can't remember what it was. So, yeah. Let's have a quick look in the chat before we go. Baz is talking to Electron Ash about being passionate with animals. McLovin is saying, check out my channel in the chat, and you might help you land on the moon. I might just do that. McBeam says, got to watch the repeat. McBeam, it was a lot of this going on all the time, but it was some interesting stuff going on. I think you'll like it. Bazza says, nice one, Andrew. You are so good to us. I am, aren't I? I'm everywhere too, right? I was in the cave yesterday as well. Did like 140 miles worth of bike riding to just play a game for 5 minutes. That's how committed I am. Because I knew some of you would be there. And, gosh, so Castada, you don't get bank holiday, unfortunately. And not being passionate, Electronaut says, not being passionate with animals. That's a whole different thing. So, please feel free to ping me on Discord. By the way, if you're interested in supporting a charity, I'm doing a half marathon. And I have a Just Giving page. And if you want to just drop me £1 or something, that will help the sick kiddies. No, they're not. Do you like Tomley?
Yes.
When you go there, I'm doing a run for Tomley. Should everybody help Tomley and give them £1 or something?
Yes.
There you go. Now, if you don't give £1, what will happen? I don't know. Whatever. Something will happen. Something bad. Something good. Who knows?
You'll get arrested to jail.
You'll get arrested to jail. Apparently, I didn't say it. He said it. So have a look at the.
No, actually.
You don't know. Well, have a look at the Just Giving anyway, or ping me for that, and I'll let you know. Come and sit here. Come and say goodbye with me. Right. So, say bye-bye to all the boys and girls at home, and tell them to have a lovely bank holiday.
Bye-bye.
And have a lovely
Bank holiday.
There we go. Bye-bye. See you.